So, Susan called back at around 6 o'clock this morning, a little after 6. I literally just got the notification a minute ago. My messages don't reach her either. I get treated like I don't make an effort. I'm the only one who makes an effort. I'm not sure if you guys understand. Well, I'm sure that you don't. So I gotta call Susan back. Just last night trying to explain. But I didn't want to send a lot of messages because I didn't want it to blow up her phone and have her have 400 things on her phone this morning. I don't want to get her overwhelmed because then she'll quit. It shouldn't be her responsibility to protect me from predators. The cops are supposed to do that. They're not supposed to be predatory towards us. It's mandated reporters' jobs. That's why I went to mandated reporters. I always went to mandated reporters about abuse. No matter what. When people take advantage of me, I get told that it's my fault and I get talked over. I'm not going to stop speaking out. It is my First Amendment right to fucking do so. I feel terrible for asking people to care. Damn, I'm getting a lot of notifications all at once. Let's see who messaged me this time. So I suppose I should probably call Susan back. I'm going to do that now. Took over 2 hours for the message to get here. Over 2 hours.
Please leave your message for 9.
Okay. Hey, Susan, I literally just got the message that you called at night. I tried not to send you too many messages. There's a lot of recordings. The abuse here isn't going to stop. And I can't just keep on moving. Every time that I move, it allows my predators to get away, and it deprives me of everything that I have fought so hard to gain everywhere that I move. Anyway, I'm sorry I missed your call. I noticed you didn't leave a message. Is my voicemail box full? Anyway, I'm assuming you're probably going to be pulling up here shortly. goods and try to keep my word. I won't be gone more than 45 minutes. I think I just saw you drive by. Alright, I think she's pulling up now. I know she said it's alright to message her at night because she turns off the notifications and that way it doesn't disturb her sleep. But I don't want to send her. There's probably 8 hours worth of recordings from last night. There's a lot of people who were predators. They weren't trying to be predators. They were just not wanting their friends to get in trouble. Unfortunately, those people helping their friends to not get in trouble resulted in those friends being allowed to harm me over and over again. Let's ask this simple question. If Robert Farnsworth screaming at any of Eileen's daughters, and it was right outside the door, would Eileen have turned it in right away? Or would she have played stupid like she did with me? If it had been Eileen or one of her daughters out there taking that abuse from Robert Farnsworth, would Gary have turned it in? Would he? Or would he have done the same thing that he did to me? Would he have gone outside and yelled at her for being fucking victimized? Gary was in the United States Navy. He served aboard a landing ship utility, flat-bottom boats. Much smaller than the LST, that's the landing ship tank. Gary works at a hospital and or clinic. He does plenty of charity work. He volunteers to feed people there at the church. He drives people with seeing problems to Portland so they can go to their appointments. But if somebody is abused on that church property, he's going to go out of his way to ignore it. The same way that the Catholic Church goes out of its way to ignore child abusers or to ship them to somewhere else. Isn't that common? And we come to realize that there are many, many preachers of many faiths who choose positions where they will have access to easy victims. Victims nobody's going to listen to. Victims nobody cares about. Check something real quick. Robert Farnsworth, Tillamook, Oregon. Criminal convictions, December 6th, 2017. Robert Lee Farnsworth, 38, was convicted of harassment, a Class B misdemeanor, committed on or about November 1st. Criminal convictions, January 16th, 2019. Robert Lee Farnsworth, 40, was convicted of strangulation. November and December convictions. January 3rd, 2023. On November 14th, Robert Lee Farnsworth, 43, pled no contest to a count of harassment, a Class B misdemeanor committed on or about October 26th. Oregon State Legislature.gov PDF, where it is proved that defendant attempting to rob, Robert Farnsworth versus Feller. We'll make sure we show these things. Oh, come on. Fucking Christ. It's not gonna fucking zoom in, is it? Me from turning in Farnsworth, knowing what kind of a piece of shit he is. Eileen knows what kind of a piece of shit he is. He did this at their church repeatedly. They literally never turned him in. Ever. They protected their own. It's unfortunate that their own is an actual predator. Not somebody who is framed and victimized for trying to turn in actual predators. Robert Farnsworth isn't the only fucking pieces of shit that these fucking pieces of shit did this with. And I'm not the only fucking victim that they did this with. How many male victims of Robert Farnsworth have been victimized for trying to turn in Robert Farnsworth? The church and the church staff, the First Christian Church, chose to victimize me. Chose to look the other way. Looks like at 8:44 a.m. I got another call from a restricted number. I'm gonna tie my shoes in a double knot. Hopefully that'll stop them from getting stuck on my gas. It's scary when that happens. When you don't help the victim to turn it in right away, you are helping the predator to get away. When you claim to be someone's friend, be their friend. You're not their friend if you procrastinate until the predator does it again and again and again. And no matter what, sure, you made the promise to help turn it in, but you're going to make every excuse while you're too busy. I'm noticing that Susan isn't here. Alright, let's see if I can find my goddamn screwdriver. More evidence. I got so much of this. I got about a 5-minute cat nap, I think. I woke up and my phone was at 3% charged after it died on me. So I wasn't asleep for very long. And the amount of sleep that I got is just gonna have to suffice. Oh, I found my screwdriver. These people are protecting actual dangerous people. Profess by mouth. Yeah, what a Christian you are. Helping to cover up the crimes of your friends while talking about the Jesus. Don't tell me about the Jesus, Eileen. You don't believe in the Jesus. This is about prestige. It's about power and position. I was abused at their church repeatedly, and so were many others, at the hands of Robert Farnsworth. But what did the church do with all those people? What did the police do with all of those people? Abused them. Took advantage of them. Dismissed them. Other victims like James Roberts. There are people here who are predatory towards me. They've tried to make amends, at least to some degree. Although there's some messed up situations that happened over it even after the fact. And the thing is that Tyler Crabtree, despite the fact that I met him when he was fucked up on drugs and being an asswipe, yelling at me for being in the parking lot here, despite that, he still comes out and talks to me like I'm a person. Also, I really do like his girlfriend because although she doesn't come up and talk to me and be too incredibly friendly or anything, she doesn't give me any problems. Doesn't try to give me any problems. Before I leave the parking lot, I better do the important thing. See, here's the thing, is that I have a reputation that is undeserved. Alright, I've had to deal with so many Robert Farnsworths. I have had to deal with so many Eileens. Take me to Tillamook Sporting Goods.
Okay, Tillamook Sporting Goods. Here we go.
Alright. We're good to go. Police repeatedly
Head east towards Stillwell Avenue. Turn
taking
left onto
advantage
Stillwell
of me
Avenue, then turn right onto First Street.
for trying to turn in my predators. They have repeatedly threatened, harassed, and intimidated me and sent me on a wild goose chase. Much like Eileen, many of these officers are friends with Farnsworth.
In 300 feet, turn left onto 5th Street. Turn left onto 5th Street. US 101 North, Pacific Avenue.
And yes, those of you who were listening to the video this morning when I got to Safeway.
Turn left onto US 101 North.
Yes, that woman asked me if I had any powders or blues. You guys have been paying attention. You know what that means. You know what she's asking for. People ask me for that stuff all the time. Because I'm homeless, I must be expected to be on drugs
US 101 North
and to
for
share
1
my
mile.
drugs. But I don't have any drugs. Officers in this town have repeatedly retaliated against me for trying to turn them in. They've sent me on a wild goose chase, refused to do their jobs, knowing full well that if they don't do their jobs, none of these other people are going to do theirs. It all comes down to the fact that police get to be the judge, jury, and executioner. How dare you tell on one of their friends? Mandated reporters didn't want to do their jobs. That forced me to do some pretty goddamn desperate things, but I already knew the mandated reporters don't do their jobs for homeless people, especially homeless men, unless we have a friend or family member who fucking cares. All my friends and family care to do is take advantage of me, lie to me, and fucking steal from me. My fucking engine's overheating.
Make a U-turn, then turn right onto US 101 North.
There's a lot of important details that as soon as I start telling the important details and why they matter, I automatically start getting talked over. Fuck it. Fuck this goddamn country.